Leftists are putting anyone to the right of Mitt Romney in gulags and shooting anyone who disagrees in the head. Could you imagine the backlash if we did that?
Not trans enough for you, Charlotte. You claim to be a champion of every LGBTQ etc person, but when they don't follow your political agenda, you're just a huge bigot. I'll give this to Jenner. The campaign is showing how non-inclusive and intolerant the leftists really are.
I'm Steve Irwin, and today we're gonna be observing the typical conservative. The most important thing to a conservative is both maintaining status as an underdog and owning the leftists. Crikey! In order to own this libtard, this conservative is chastising it for not being radically left enough, and is bragging about being more of a believer in leftist ideology than the tranny is. Tune in next time, where we try to find a rare example of a conservative not being a massive faggot.
I don't understand how a conservative movement that rallied behind Trump, an immoral thrice-married adulterer, can reject porn stars from its ranks without being wildly hypocritical.
In a rare display of honesty, this Grids Goblin is more truthful than the whole of the conservative movement. Their solution to restoring America to the land of milk, honey, and family values was electing a lying, smooth-talking blob of lard that couldn't even accomplish the most basic act of creating a nation, which is, of course, having and maintaining a decent family. The champion of your movement is a greasy New York City slimeball who both champions and lives a life of societal rot. And you're surprised at the conclusion of your movement being filled with booty blasters and whores?
It seems to hold true no matter what. Conservative girls are just better looking. Maybe that's why the libs are always outraged for no reason.
This is a really good time to stop and reflect on the fact that current American politics are a battle of both parties fighting their hardest to see who better exemplifies the Weimar Republic, and the adherents to their respective parties foaming at the mouth over not being viewed as the political ideology that destroyed it. Let Australia be a lesson to the West. Police officers will enforce any rule, no matter how inhumane. Be careful making statements like this. There are many of us in the U.S. law enforcement that would absolutely not take part in enforcing laws of this kind or using this type of tactic to do so. Roll the footage.
This is an unlawful arrest. I have a First Amendment right.
Listen. What will happen if I do not take my hat off?
If you refuse, you're going to be arrested and taken to jail.
Happy Pride Month! GOP is proud to have doubled our LGBTQ support over the last 4 years, and we will continue to grow our big tent by supporting measures that promote fairness and balance protections for LGBTQ Americans and those with deeply held religious beliefs. The GOP chairwoman, Ronna McDaniel, does have some pretty deeply held religious beliefs. Ones that end with babies being thrown into the belly of a giant bronze statue.
Hearing how some conservatives treated Caitlyn Jenner at CPAC makes my blood boil. There's no room for your hate in the America First movement. We believe in freedom, and we believe in limited government. The way
she
chooses to live
her
personal life harms you in no way.
To conservatives, freedom and limited government translates to supporting psychosexual schizophrenics who wear their 10-year-old granddaughter's clothing, and their 70-man standard fuck parties, while maintaining a steady flow of immigrants to undercut the wages of native workers in their own countries.
Fox Nation host, faith, family, freedom, final thoughts.
Fox Nation host who has strong convictions of faith, huh? One of the posts she made right before this was shaming other conservatives for not wanting some woman named Brandy Love around their kids. I wonder what's so bad about her. In fact, let's visit one of her tweets to see what an upstanding conservative with strong moral values looks like. If Tommy Lahren, full of faith, defends her so strongly, she must be good too.
The MAGA MILF, Jesse L. Livermore is my great-grandfather, Trigger Candace Owens of the far left, joinonlybrandy.com, livecamsoda.com.
A right-wing conservative Fox Nation host who says she's about faith and family supports something like this? I must be rushing to judgment. After all, we know that Jesus 3:16 says,
"Don't judge."
Let's see one of her actual tweets. I'm sure she's not that bad. Because I'm a conservative porn star. I can post proof, if you like.